Hello and welcome, future leaders of hospitality. Today we're going to build a hotel from the ground up, but we're not talking about bricks and mortar. Nope, we're diving into the numbers, the financial blueprint that can literally make or break a brand new hotel.
And a very special welcome to all the students of Europe Hotel School joining us. This program is all about giving you the practical, real-world knowledge you'll actually use. As a hotel AI expert, my job is to guide you through the kind of data-driven thinking that really defines modern hospitality today.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll lay down the financial bedrock. Then we're going to break down the two critical budget types you have to know, CAPEX and OPEX. And finally, we'll bring it all home with a strategy for success. Ready? Let's get into it.
All right, section 1 is all about the foundation. Long before the first guest ever walks through the door, a rock-solid financial plan has to be in place. And let's be really clear about this. This isn't just boring accounting, it's pure strategy.
I want you to think of it like the architectural drawings for your entire commercial operation. Every single decision, who you hire, what technology you buy, your first marketing campaign, it all rests on this financial bedrock. If it's solid, your hotel launch will be too. And this isn't a one-person show, not at all. Building this foundation requires a super important partnership. You've got the director of finance, who holds the purse strings, working hand-in-hand with your commercial leaders. That's the revenue manager and the director of sales, the people responsible for bringing in the money.
It's a really critical question to ask ourselves, right? What are the actual consequences if this early planning gets rushed or if you just don't get the funds you need? Well, the stakes are incredibly high.
The impact is severe. We're not talking about a small hiccup. Poor financial planning can cripple a hotel before it even opens. It means you don't have the right tools, you don't have the right team, and you don't have the market presence to compete from day one. You're starting the race with your feet tied together.
So, to build that strong foundation, we have to understand its two main parts. On one side, you have capital expenditure, or CAPEX. Think of these as the big long-term investments. And on the other side, you've got operating expense, or OPEX. These are the day-to-day costs that get you ready for opening day. Let's tackle CAPEX first.
Okay, let's dive into capital expenditure. I want you to think of CAPEX as the budget for the powerful, long-lasting tools that are going to be the engine of your entire commercial operation. So the formal definition says CAPEX covers major purchases with a useful life of more than 1 year. What does that actually mean? Well, these aren't your monthly bills. They're big, one-time investments that are so important they're recorded on the company's balance sheet. They are, basically, the permanent fixtures of your hotel's tech and physical infrastructure.
Now, for a commercial team, CAPEX is all about your core technology. We're talking about your property management system, the PMS, your central reservation system, the CRS, and maybe most importantly, your revenue management system, the RMS. It also covers the hardware, the servers and computers to run it all, plus any fees to get it set up just right.
And here is the crucial point, something you absolutely have to remember for your careers. You can't just go ask for these expensive systems. You have to build a rock-solid business case. You have to prove how this investment is going to generate a significant return, how it's going to optimize prices, drive more direct bookings, and boost profits for years to come.
All right, so our big long-term assets are secured through CAPEX. Now it's time to actually fuel the engine. And that brings us to our next section, operating expenses, or OPEX. These are the costs of bringing your hotel and your strategy to life before that first guest ever arrives.
So unlike CAPEX, OPEX covers all the recurring day-to-day costs. These show up on the income statement because they're consumed as you get ready for business. This is the budget that pays for the people and the services that are going to execute your big launch plan.
This slide gives you a great snapshot of the essentials covered by OPEX. We're talking salaries for your core commercial team, the monthly subscription fees for your software, the cost to get your hotel listed on Global Distribution Systems, or GDS, and on the big online travel agencies, the OTAs, and of course, the budget for training and travel.
This timeline really illustrates a key challenge, what we call the OPEX burn. See, you're going to have significant expenses long before you generate a single dollar of revenue. Your director of sales might be on the payroll a full 6 months before you open, with the revenue manager joining not long after. This spending is absolutely necessary to build a sales pipeline and a pricing strategy so you can open with some serious momentum. Okay, so we've defined CAPEX and we've defined OPEX. In our final section, let's pull it all together. Let's talk about why mastering these concepts is so fundamental not just for a successful launch, but for your entire career as a hotel leader.
Here's the main takeaway, the one thing I really want you to remember. Understanding the difference between these two budgets and justifying every dollar for each one, it's not just a financial exercise. It is the very heart of a sound commercial strategy. It's what ensures you have the right tools and the right team at exactly the right time.
And here's your playbook for the future. Seriously, use this. Whenever you need to ask for money, just follow these 3 steps. First, clearly define the business problem you're trying to solve or the opportunity you see. Second, prove the financial return, especially for that big CapEx stuff. And third, present your case with confidence to get that all-important yes from leadership.
And that leads us right to our final thought for the day. Imagine this. You did it. You've successfully secured your CapEx for systems and your OpEx for operations. The money is there. Now the real strategic decisions begin. Who do you hire first? Which team member is your first critical hire to make the most of that investment? Think about it, because your answer reveals a lot about your strategy for opening strong.